Okay, good morning Aries. Welcome to my weekly love tarot channel. I'm the Tarot Muse and I've got all your cards laid out beautifully, shuffled and ready for you on the table. I also need to mention that I am in the Philippines and there are many noises here: chickens, scooters, karaoke, children, dogs, you name it. So it's going to be part of the experience. Just bear that in mind. Alright, so what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be picking the cards, laying them out in the spread, and then we are going to dive deeper. So just bear with me while we get started. So what's happening for Aries in the present moment? And we've got the Knight of Pentacles, which is crossed by the Wheel of Fortune. And what happened in the past for you, Aries? We've got the Three of Pentacles. And in the future, we have the Five of Pentacles, which is about suffering and struggle. What is conscious for you, Aries? Some kind of stalemate. What is unconscious for you, Aries? Page of Wands. What is going on for you, Aries? Queen of Wands. This is your ruling sign. What is going on for the other? The Star card. Where is the connection or the relationship at? Loss. Five of Cups. And what is the outcome? The Judgment card. Stepping into a higher place. Alright. So let's come to the present moment. Right here we have the Knight of Pentacles, which is a younger person who's not fully in his maturity, his or her maturity yet, but they are very consistent, slow, methodical. If it's the difference between the rabbit, the hare, and the tortoise. The tortoise goes the long distance, it keeps going, whereas the hare tries to push forward too quickly. The Knight of Pentacles is someone that is slow and steady but gets to the goal. So we want to find out what this card or this quality is about. Let's get three cards. We've got the King of Cups, we've got the Knight of Pentacles, and we have the Six of Wands. So some kind of offering or opportunity or situation that had an abundant quality to it with a King of Cups, so a Scorpio or a Pisces or a Cancerian person, male or female, and it was just a really healthy, good situation where there was a strong connection and you felt in your power with the situation. So this was some kind of offering that came your way. Now this is crossed by the Wheel of Fortune, so let's get three of cards for the Wheel of Fortune. And the Wheel of Fortune is basically destiny changing, moving in a new direction. And so what this is we've got the Eight of Swords, the Eight of Wands, and the World card. So some kind of entrapment, or so what is changing is some kind of entrapment, some kind of self-imposed restriction, feeling bounded by something, and it's to do within the mind, feeling trapped by something within the mind. And the intensity of that is building, and it's coming into some kind of completion. So what I'm starting to see here is this state of groundedness, this state of trying to create something concrete and stable and enterprising is being crossed by the Wheel of Fortune, which means that something from the past, you're moving away from it, you're letting it go, and it's something mentally that was restricting you, something self-imposed within your mind that was keeping you blocked and trapped. It's starting to move away so that you can focus on whatever this is that you're taking forward in your life that is healthier for you and is more stabilizing. So let's find out what happened in the past here. We've got the Three of Pentacles, which is about teamwork, working together with someone. And if I pick three cards, I get the High Priestess, the Six of Swords, and the Seven of Swords. So intuitively, with regards to the teamwork with this situation or person, there was a moving away from deception. There was the realization that something was not clear around this teamwork, around this interaction. There was something that was deceptive about it, and so there's the decision to, the knowing, to move away from it, to calmer waters, to a more healthier environment. So I want to understand what's going on consciously for you right now, because we've got the stalemate or the emotional indecision card, the Two of Swords. So let's pick three cards. Walking away, the Page of Swords, new beginnings. Okay, so what we've got here is this emotional indecision or stalemate is talking about, and this is what you're conscious of at the moment, walking away from an experience. And it's a Page of Swords that's coming up here. So it's either to do with someone else, or it's to do with something that you were doing, or a state that you're in. And the Page of Swords is generally someone younger, like a student, or someone who is quite immature, around the realm of the mind. So a mental immaturity, but also mental freshness and a newness. So they haven't mastered their minds yet. They're still quite young at it. And this walking away card is a card where nobody wins. So something happened where both people lost out in the situation, and it's asking for some kind of new beginning. So you're walking away from that. You're realizing it can't go anywhere any further, and moving in a new direction that brings a new beginning for you. What is unconscious right now for you? We have the Page of Wands, and let's get 3 cards. Okay, this is beautiful. So what is happening here is we have the Queen of Cups, the 9 of Pentacles, and the 10 of Cups. So Page of Wands is it could be a new creative opportunity or a project or something creative that you're working on that is allowing you to feel emotionally fulfilled and independent, and it's bringing some kind of emotional fulfillment and happiness back into your life. It's bringing your independence, it's fulfilling for you, and this is coming into the realm of consciousness for you over the next week. So it's not fully conscious yet. Okay, so lots of noise, we're just going to ignore that. What's happening in the future here? We have got the 5 of Coins. The 5 of Pentacles is a card of struggle. So I'm going to pick 3 cards around that, and I've got the 9 of Wands, I've got the 2 of Cups, and I've got the 6 of Pentacles. So we've got the 9 of Wands, the 2 of Cups, and the 6 of Pentacles. So with regards to this financial struggle or this situation that you're in that is challenging or difficult, it's a difficult time. We see this happening in the future. There's some kind of persistence with a relationship around sharing that needs to continue. Oh, okay. So I'm getting the walking away card. It's walking away from something that no longer serves you emotionally, and it's too conforming, it's too traditional, it's too structured. It doesn't have enough freedom in it, and so what I see is you walking away from that relationship with this person. It's an engagement with this person that you're walking away from. So I don't necessarily see it as a bad thing. It could just be a course of action in your life that has come to an end. It's no longer serving you, and you're moving in a new direction. Because I'm not seeing any conflict. I am seeing, however, that these difficult times, financial struggles, are coming to an end for you. So maybe there's some kind of dependency here with this person. It's a King of Pentacles, so it's an earth sign. It could be a Taurus or a Capricorn or a Virgo. I do see this coming to an end. Alright, so I ask, what is going on for you here, Aries? And I get the Queen of Wands, and Queen of Wands rules Aries, so it's your sign coming up. And let's get 3 cards to find out more. I've got the Knight of Wands, I've got the Hangman, and I've got the Sun card. So this is very promising, because the Knight of Wands is about this project that you're working on, which is emotionally fulfilling for you in a creative sense, and it's exciting and it's passionate, and there's some kind of surrender to this project that's starting to happen, that's allowing you to experience happiness and fulfillment. So I want to get a little bit more information around what this this Knight of Wands is about. Okay. So what I've got here is so the Queen of Wands, you as the Queen of Wands, it's a fire sign. Queen of Wands is charismatic, enterprising, passionate, fiery, very much a leader and a dominator, and it's also very sensual and sexual and like I said, passionate quality. So it shows you as the Queen of Wands, but when it talks about this Knight of Wands and surrendering to that, what I'm getting here is taking a break and surrendering to the current situation that you find yourself in that has brought about a boredom or an apathy, simply because the situation cannot change. So there's a desire in you for change, but it's not happening. And so there's some kind of surrender that's happening within you. Perhaps it's about wanting to get out of your situation in lockdown, or perhaps you're feeling stifled by the environment that you're in and you cannot change or move. And so what it's saying is that there's some kind of acceptance that's happening, which allows you to reach a high level of happiness within yourself. So I've got the Star card here for the other person, whoever this other person may be. Let's find out more about that. So I've got 3 cards here, and I got the Moon card, I've got the Nostalgia card, and I've got the Knight of Cups. So with regards to the Star card, is about hopes and dreams and wishes and inspiration. For the other person, they have got the Moon card and the 6 of Cups and the Knight of Cups. So something that they were offering in the realm of their love. It doesn't necessarily have to be something committed. It can be, I'm offering attention to you because I have an interest in you. It could be for whatever it is that they want back in return. It just talks about an offering of love. And for them, it was to do with their hopes and dreams. So perhaps it was something quite deep. Perhaps they felt some kind of connection to you and they had hopes around it. But then what's happening now is they are busy working with or struggling with the nostalgia of the past, or patterns of the past, or happy times of the past, and the confusion around that, because we have the Moon card. And the Moon card it's a very feminine realm. It's like, imagine the nighttime, the moon. Things are not clear, things are nebulous. You can't quite define them or pin them down. And it's the dream time. So it creates a lot of confusion, and this is what this person is working through right now. The confusion around this, the love that they offered, that kind of connected to their hopes and dreams, and it's invoking something from the past. So either it's a pattern from the past, or it's some kind of trigger for another experience in the past that they've had that's repeating itself now with you. So I ask, what is going on with the relationship? Where's the connection at? And I've got the 5 of Cups. So the 5 of Cups is a card of loss. And so I pick 3 cards around that. And I get the Chariot, the 3 of Swords, and the 7 of Pentacles. So with regards to this loss, in the center of the 3 cards, I have the 3 of Swords, and that's a card of heartbreak. I don't know if you can see this over here, but it's a heart literally being stabbed by 3 swords, and it's painful. It's really, yeah, it's heartbreaking, heartbreak. So this loss is very painful for this relationship situation. This is where the relationship is at right now. But on either side of that, we have the Power card, the Chariot card, and we have the 7 of Pentacles. So it's feeling this pain and this loss, but taking control of it, taking charge of it, reflecting on it, exploring how things have developed up until this point in order to make new decisions moving forward. So it's not necessarily a healthy thing, you know. Heartbreak and loss is painful, but it can also crack us open and allow us to understand new aspects of ourselves. I ask then, what is the outcome? And I get the Judgment card. And the Judgment card is about some kind of resurrection, stepping into a higher place, accountability, rebirth. And let's get 3 cards for that to find out more about it. And I've got the Knight, the Ace of Swords, the Justice card, and the Tower card. So this tells me about some kind of This was some kind of karmic, a very painful karmic. And I say karmic, I mean, cause and effect. You do something, there's a reaction to it. So this is what's playing back in response to the interactions between the two of you, and what was playing out as a result. And what was playing out as a result was painful. It was some kind of, we've got the Tower card, and the Tower card is about breakdown and destruction in order for rebirth to happen. And so it's very beautiful, because this pain is happening because of something that was put out there. There's lessons that need to be learnt about it. And because we have the Ace of Swords card over here, which is about new intellectual beginnings or paradigm shift, a new realization, a new way of thinking and seeing the situation, that is guaranteed. So this is good. So yes, all of this has happened. It's been intense, but there's a healthy outcome at the end of it. I see happiness for you coming in over the next week. I see an acceptance. I see a walking away. I see really dealing with what has come up, what's on your plate at the moment. And I see lessons learned and maturity. There's some kind of accountability and maturity. So I've picked some Osho cards over here. And I love the Osho cards because they bring an Eastern philosophical stance to it. And we've got the burden card, the celebration card, and innocence and aloneness. So the burden card is just whatever it is that you're carrying. It's the meeting it and the letting go of it. So generally it's something from our past that we're holding on to. We're getting triggered by something from the past through this other person. And we realize, okay, I've been carrying this burden because I keep repeating the same patterns over. And when this realization happens, which potentially has to do with the outcome, the Judgment card and the Ace of Swords, this new realization, we can drop the burden. And then that's where the celebration card kicks in, and we can start enjoying life and celebrating again. And the third card is innocence, in an innocent way, just connecting again to the simplicity of life, enjoying watching the wind blowing through the trees or sitting by the ocean and watching the sunset. Simple things like that, instead of being in the complexity and the churning in the mind. So over here I've also got the Lenormand cards, and the 5 cards that I picked are Child, Mice, Lily, Bear and Cross. And that just talks about some kind of childish silliness around morals that you experienced with it's normally to do with power, somebody who wants power, somebody who wants control. So it could be something that you were doing or the other person, and I just see it's a suffering, and it's so I feel like whatever this interaction was, it had to do with possibly with a desire for sexuality or desire for control, perhaps strong morals around how things should or shouldn't be. So this is just giving me more information about the actual psychological dynamics that created this conflict. So yeah, childishness, pesky little situations, either around moral values, strong moral values or duty, or sexuality that didn't happen or didn't play out. And then of course the feeling of powerlessness around it when the idea for power is wanted. And then paths, so the realization of this and taking a new path, choosing another way away from this. Okay, and then lastly I've got a Love Oracle card over here, which may or may not resonate with you, but I'm going to read it anyway. Involvement with a busy individual who hardly finds the time to see you, or with a married person who shares his time between two lovers. In any case, you don't get the quality time you expected. So when I read this, I think that it could relate to this King of Pentacles here, this Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo character that you are moving away from in the future in a new direction. And so it could be that that this person is too focused on work or on themselves, and they're not giving you or the connection, the relationship, the right attention. Alright, Aries, so I hope this resonated in some way, and if it did, I'd love to hear your comments. I'd also, if you are willing to support me, appreciate your subscribes and your likes. And if you're interested in going deeper with this, I do offer readings. My website is in the description box, and you're welcome to connect and reach out, and we can go deeper. So I'll be back again next week. I will see you then. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.